Do you ever have those days when the emotions and the energy are just so high? They're crazy, they're tense, you can get frustrated, there's so much going on, there's lots of noise, things aren't happening the way you want them to, and it's just chaotic and crazy. Today's been one of those days for me. Started out early morning, I got up, I did my podcast for the Journey Inward. That worked out fine. That was 6 o'clock in the morning, it was me and Cody. That went really well. And then I came into the chaos of my house with the kids screaming. There's, everything going on in the home and not listening, not doing what they're asked to do. And so right away, high emotions. I was finding myself getting frustrated, struggling with everything going on, and started to notice that I started to shut down and retreat a little bit within myself. So what do you do when things get out of hand and it's chaotic and maybe there's fighting or there's tension or there's conflict happening? Your kids aren't listening to you. What emotions come up for you? And it's ironic because the podcast that we did this morning was parenting, how to control your kids. And how to control your kids. I mean, the idea is you can't control your kids. The only things you have control over is your conscious thoughts, your emotions, your actions. And so I just had this podcast. We just had this conversation for an hour talking about recognizing the emotions that come up in you in difficult situations and then validating them, recognizing them, releasing them in appropriate, healthy ways, and not taking it out on others, not taking it out on your kids, not taking it out on your spouse or your coworkers or the people that you're frustrated with. Because if you're frustrated, if you are upset, that's your emotions, that's your problem. And so it's important for you to take care of that. And so here I was, right after I did the podcast, come into my home, and here come up the emotions. And it's so easy to point the fingers and want other people to change and to give other people the responsibility and blame others for my emotional state, right? I'm here at Hope to Cope every day. It's been over a year and a half. I've been a counselor for many years. I've been in the mental health field for over 16 years. And still, it's so easy to fall into that autopilot of blaming others, trying to shift the responsibility for my emotions and saying, well, if you were different, then I would feel different. It doesn't work that way. And so I had the podcast, had this experience, and now I get to own it. What do I do with my emotions? Take a few deep breaths, validate them, release them in a healthy way, go do a right and burn, go out and, take a break, step away from it for a second. And then be patient. Go back in with love. Allow others to experience their emotions. I don't need to change them. I don't need for them to be happy in order for me to be okay. I can be okay. I can be happy regardless of what's going on around me. Now that's a higher level of being. And yet it's important for you to know that you can do that. And you probably have done that many times throughout your life. So today my reminder for you is you are in charge of your world. You get to create the world that you experience in this life. And so if you don't like what's going on in your world right now, change it. You can. Ask different questions. Look for different things. Move yourself. Remove yourself from situations if it's not serving you. And create a world that you desire. You can do that. You are a creator. You are a miracle and you have a purpose and you are here for a reason. This life is designed perfectly for you to help you learn and grow in a way that will serve you the most. So thank you for being you. If today's message was for you, go and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.